All right, so today we're going to be talking about elasticity, which is, concept near and dear to demand, to the reason why these demand curves are shaped and sloped the way that they are. So elasticity in its core is a measure of the responsiveness of one variable to changes in another variable. And so more specifically, so if we were to just go ahead and use some random things here, right? The elasticity between Mickey Mouse and Happy Face would be the difference between the percentage change in happiness given the percentage change in how much Mickey Mouse you got in your life. I'm just using those as just symbols. So it literally can just be E of G and S. I'm just trying to prove that, like, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. That's all. I was just making a joke about Disney and happiness. That's all. So whenever we do this, we're always taking the absolute value of it. What does absolute value mean? It just means if it's negative, we turn it positive. If it's positive, we leave it alone. So if the absolute value of this measure is greater than 1, then what is that telling me? That's telling me that G is highly responsive to changes in S. Whereas if the absolute value of it was less than 1, then I would say that G is slightly responsive to changes in S. So the first elasticity of demand that we're going to be talking about is the own price elasticity of demand. So the own price elasticity of demand is measuring how the quantity demanded is impacted by the price. It's how the quantity demanded is being influenced by the price. Yep, very good. So it's how this numerator thing, I mean, it's really the relationship between them, but it's again, the price is the thing that drives it, right? When we go to stores, we make our consumption decisions based on prices. And so it's talking about how responsive is quantity demanded to prices. And so this is always going to be negative because of the law of demand. That's why we just look at the absolute value of it. It's just easier. So if the absolute value of an elasticity is greater than 1, and there's lots of responsiveness, right? Highly responsive to changes in S. That high responsiveness, when it's couched in the context of own price elasticity of demand, is called elastic. So that would mean that it is elastic. We would call that demand elastic. The changes in the quantity are greater than the changes in the price. If it's less than 1, we call that inelastic. And there's a lot of different goods. I've got this great, here, actually, let me just share it with you guys real quick. Wireless display.